Good evening, everybody. Hello! Hello, everybody! Can you hear me okay? Am I quiet? Am I loud? My Windows updated once again, and every time my Windows updates, it fucks up my sound settings, so... Nope. Oh boy. Right? Like, why does it do that? I know I'm not the only one that this happens to, but every time it happens, I sit there in shock and I'm like, how can this happen to me? Even though it's happened to me multiple times already. But hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, XG, Delta, Hassa, Thiago, Getty, Mimy, Underseer, Ryan, Ryan, Mulderin, Logan. Oh gosh, it's good to see you. Red, Kuma, Kawa, Dread, Apple Sots, Noble, Harper. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I have everything written down and stuff, but it just, I don't know. Sometimes, even if I put the settings back to what they were like before, it just doesn't sound the same. Oh, hi, Meep. Good evening, gamers. Hello, everybody. First, I would like to address the allegations. I would like to say that yes, it is in fact true what they say about me. I am in fact the tummy hort queen, the queen of all tummy horts. The allegations were true. I have no excuse, and there's nothing else for me to say, but I am sorry. Yeah, so here's the story. There's no story, really. I was fine this morning. I went out for my walk. I did a whole ton of chores. I gave my dog and my cat a bath, and then I studied for like 4 hours, and then after that it was finally time for me to chill a little bit before stream. I finally sat down and had a little time to relax, and guess what? My tummy started hurting, and I was like, oh, what is happening? And then I recognized the pain. It was a shark attack. The sharks have decided to murder me. Cat bath? Yeah, I have to bathe my cat from time to time. I bathe him whenever I bathe my dog, which is not very frequent. Because he gets supervised outdoor time, so he gets all sorts of stuff in his fur, and he's not very good at cleaning himself. I think it's because he hangs out with my dog too much, and my dog is really stinky, so they always lay together, they always hang out together. I don't know, he gets all up in my dog's business, and my dog stinks, bro. He's a really big dog, okay? And they're always together, so even though my cat does clean himself, it's like he smells like dog, bro. Yeah, they do smell like best buds. Like they're related. So I had to wash both of them. My cat doesn't really care. My cat, probably because he's been with my dog for his whole entire life and is used to it. So he actually really enjoys a little bath from time to time. So it wasn't like traumatizing for him or anything. The one time it was traumatizing for him was I think I don't know what happened. It was a long time ago, but he got into something that was really stinky. And he's a white cat, by the way. So he looked really nasty and he was really stinky. and we were like, okay, we have to wash him right away. So we put him in the sink, and he was like, what is going on? Why am I dying in the sink? So that was a little silly, but it had to be done. Who told him to roll around in the stank, huh? Who told him to roll around in the stank? But anyway, we got a little bit off track already. We just started. Mio-senpai, hello. So this was supposed to be a Jump King stream as per the thumbnail and the title and my schedule, but as I said, the allegations are true. I am a tummy hoarding girl and I cannot jump no kings. The plan for today was Jump King with a Batsu wheel, so every time I fell like a good amount, I would spin the wheel and I would do some punishments. They were like squats, sit-ups, push-ups. I can't do push-ups, so that was gonna be a lie. And things like that. You know, I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but that's what I had planned. And I didn't even do like my workout for today because I was like, I'm gonna get to work out a lot during this stream. And that's totally not happening because, as you can see, I'm dying. I'm actually in a lot of pain, but I think my painkillers, my prescription painkillers, which are very, very strong, by the way, whenever I tell people that I take this dosage of these meds, people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But my cramps are just that bad, you know? So they're starting to kick in. I may or may not be a little loopy, but... Why do you have more than one toilet? Okay, Mia-senpai, here's why, okay? So I commissioned this art for myself because I needed something for my BRB screen. And then, very, very friendly, very kind, very poggers, very nice, very wonderful, very gorgeous Ceratonin commissioned the other one without my consent. Just threw me on the toilet, and they commissioned like an incredible artist, by the way. Like their art is so good, and they made the artist draw me on a toilet. Yeah, eat your stupid rocks, Smokey. Eat your stupid rocks. So now I have 2 pieces of artwork of me on the toilet. I hope I won't be getting any more. It was very much worth it. I hate you so much. So yeah, instead of playing Jump King with some silly exercise Batsus today, Delta, don't do that! We are just gonna yap. It's good because I have a whole ton of things I want to yap about. And it's perfect because the pain meds are, opening the floodgates, you know? I can no longer be held back. Hey, wait. It's really hot and I'm sweating, so I'm gonna turn on my fan. You're gonna start hearing the fan whirl. I'm back. You know, not a lot of places where I live are equipped with air conditioning, but my house does have air conditioning. But we can't, unless like we are dying from like a heat stroke, we normally don't turn the AC on because it's actually more of a hassle. our AC is like a central unit, so if we turn it turns on for the whole entire house, and it's very expensive, first of all. But also, how it works at our place is that the first floor and the basement, the temperature is actually okay. It's like not crazy hot or anything, but the rooms upstairs, it gets really, really, really bad. And my computer is upstairs, so if I turn the AC on, the AC goes on in the whole house, and whoever's downstairs will freeze to death. Like, they literally have to wear like a sweater. And my pets, they like to be downstairs a lot, and they really, really dislike the air conditioning. I remember there was this one summer where the temperatures went up to like 40 degrees, which is very, very rare for where I live. But it was 40 degrees Celsius, and we had to turn on the AC because it was bad in the house. And I don't know if I had my cat at that point. My cat is way more sensitive to the cold, but even my dog, right? Like my dog, he's an Akita, so in theory, he should be like fine with the cold, right? But he was so agitated the few days that we had the AC on that he kept asking to go outside, and he just sat under the sun. It was 40 degrees, and he went outside and he sat under the sun because he did not want to be inside. So yeah, we don't really use it unless we absolutely have to. Yeah, don't worry about Delta. She doesn't know how to do math. It runs in the family. Yeah, he's a big stinky boy. So we don't get to use the AC very often, even though I am sweating like crazy right now, and I'm not wearing pants, and I'm sitting on my old ass leather IKEA chair. The fake leather is peeling, by the way. I've had this chair. This is really embarrassing, but I've had this chair since I was in grade 10. I remember in grade 10, we moved to a new place and we got all new furniture, and I went to IKEA and my parents bought me an IKEA chair for my desk. And I've used this chair since the 10th grade. So, fake leather is peeling since I'm not wearing any pants when I sit on the fake leather, and I'm sweating, by the way. My thighs are sweaty. So whenever I get up, I just have like a full butt of fake leather. The armrests are like plastic, so they're like hard. I don't even have like cushion on them. It works just fine, okay? For a chair, it works just fine. I can make it go up, I can make it go down. Is it comfortable? No. Does it make a whole ton of sound when I move? Yes. Are the wheels kind of busted so I can't move around very easily? Also yes. But does it make the loud peeling sound when you stand up? Yes. The leather that's stuck to my butt, does it get stuck to the toilet seat when I go from my chair to the toilet? Yes. But does the chair work? Yeah, it does work, okay? You know, actually, I've considered getting myself a hemorrhoid cushion. Not because I have hemorrhoids, but I heard they're just good for you if you don't want to get hemorrhoids. Especially because I sit at my desk for hours and hours and hours. A lot of my work is on my PC. My schoolwork is on my PC. My streams are on my PC. So, you know, when you sit for that long, you are in danger of getting hemorrhoids in your bum. So I was like, maybe I should get a hemorrhoid cushion, but they don't look all that comfortable. So I'm still sitting on the fake leather. At least get a cushion. You know what? I actually do have a couple of regular cushions. But my cat has stolen all of them. I got like this cute like cat paw cushion. It was actually quite comfortable. But my cat found it and now it's my cat's bed. I have a couple of other cushions. They're all my cat's now. I just can't have anything of my own. Ooh, a cooling cushion might be good. You know what? Are they comfortable though? No, hemorrhoids are caused from sitting a lot. It's true. Taxi drivers, whole ton of them have hemorrhoids. Sitting on the toilet for too long also, hemorrhoids. So, if you sit for prolonged periods of time, get yourself a comfy seat or get up, do some exercises. Everything causes them, yeah, just like don't use your butt, question mark, and you won't get hemorrhoids. Yeah, I mean, stress causes everything, right? If you're stressed, literally everything could go wrong. Just remove your butt. So if you remove your butt, how would that work? Forgot to pay your taxes? Believe it or not, hemorrhoids? Don't tax evade, okay? If you're a tax evader, you're not gonna get hemorrhoids. How's the fan sound, by the way? Is it really, really annoying? Or is it bearable? You don't notice it? Okay. You probably can only hear it if I'm talking. Or maybe the filter is just that good and you don't hear it at all. Don't hear it at all? Nice! Tiger's champion. Do you hear the kids screaming? Cause I hear them screaming. They're the ones playing Jump King for real. A window AC unit? You know, I have considered installing one, but it's also like, I don't know, it only gets that hot for like maybe a week or two tops here, so you know, justification. I can't justify it. Yuki, happy birthday! Happy birthday! I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday, my love. Mwah. Strong air blower? Oh, I just have a regular fan. Maybe you should send it in the Discord and I'll take a look. Honestly, most of the times with the fan on, it's not that bad. But I just don't like having the fan on when I'm streaming. So I'm like hotboxing myself. It's just a sauna in here. I like to close all my doors. First of all, I have to close all my doors, otherwise I'd be too loud for my parents. So there's barely any ventilation in here. And then I don't like having the fan on because it's too loud. So yeah, otherwise, if I had the fan blowing directly at me in my face, it's not that unbearable. Okay, so I had a whole list of things I wanted to yap about. But now all of a sudden, I've forgotten. I've forgotten everything. Huh? Oh, even when I sleep, I turn the AC off. It's too cold. Let's see, I think I wrote it down somewhere. Well, yeah, so I did want to talk about something, but we'll leave that until later. We won't have this discussion until later. Let's have some silly yaps for now. What the heck? What the heck? I had so many things I wanted to talk about. Head is so empty. I don't know, maybe it's the pills. Me, it's not really a serious yap. It's just planning. We're gonna plan something together, and it'll be fun. Yeah, we're gonna plan something silly together for the summer. It'll be silly. The chair is not stinky, okay? I don't fart, so have you ever heard me fart? The answer is no. Therefore, I don't fart. So the chair can't be stinky if I don't fart on it. Let's see. Let's just start yapping and then eventually I'll remember. Eventually I'll remember what I wanted to talk about. Are you leather butt now? I'm scared of checking, but I'm pretty sure I'm leather butt now. Do you watch anime, Sarah? Yes, I do watch anime. Well, let's see. Today I woke up. I slept in a little bit later than usual because I went to sleep pretty late last night after I finished making my thumbnails and everything. So I woke up around 9 a.m. I had breakfast. I had a bagel with some cream cheese. I've been really... This is like the kind of conversation I would have with my coworkers. I was really into cream cheese and bagels. When I was a kid, I had this phase. I had this bagel phase, and now I'm having a bagel phase again. So yeah, something new about me is that I'm obsessed with bagels again, and then after breakfast, I went to walk my dog. We walked around this park area. Well, it's not really a park. It's a park that leads into like more of a forested area in which my parents saw a black bear recently, and that was kind of spooky, but Thankfully, it was just a black bear. We didn't run into any bears today. I did see a snake, and I screamed. It was just minding its own business. It was chilling, but I screamed anyway. And then I came home. I ate a little bit of watermelon. That was my lunch. And then I gave my dog and my cat a bath. Are you able to walk him off leash there? You're supposed to have your pets leashed, but some people do walk their dogs off leash. But my dog's an Akita, you see, so it's like, you know, Akita, very big dog. They're not known to be the most friendliest of dogs, so I always keep my dog leashed. It's like if you go to a park and there's a pit bull and he's off leash and you're like, I'm sure your pit bull is a sweetheart, but and then after that, okay, the washing part was no biggie. They're both really, really good when it comes to water. They like getting baths. I think they actually enjoy it quite a bit. But the difficult part is drying them off after the bath. So my dog will not shake himself dry in the bathtub. He has to come out of the bathtub and get everything wet, literally everywhere. And then, so a good majority of my afternoon I spent cleaning up after my dog. And he doesn't like the blow dryers, so they're fine with the water, the shower, the bathtub, but they don't like the blow dryer, so we can't like blow dry them. They just get everything wet, everywhere wet. And I don't know if you know, but Akitas, they have 2 coats of fur, which means that they shed like crazy. So he was leaving in his trail not just bath water, but fur everywhere. Fur everywhere, I tell you. And he sheds year-round, so. But right after, you know how like even when we shower, right? Like we shed. My hair falls out like crazy whenever I'm washing my hair. The water just helps it go, you know? That's the same thing with dogs. All the loose fur starts falling out and it's wet and it's just everywhere. He's an Akita Inu. He's a Japanese Akita Inu. He came from Osaka. Yeah. We brush. We have like 5 brushes just for him. And my cat gets 1 brush. But it's just endless. It's so much. Ugh. So yeah, a good majority of my day was spent cleaning up after him. And then, after that, I had some time to study. Oh my god, guys. The studying today was brutal. It was absolutely terrible. Yeah, I love Akitas so much. I think I got really lucky with my Akita, with Ash, because Ash has a very peculiar personality that's not like most Akitas. When you Google and do research on Akitas, right? They'll tell you like, oh yeah, Akitas, they're very honorable animals. They like to be independent. They don't really get along well with other animals. They take like only one owner. They are hunting dogs, blah 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 blah, things like that, right? And then you see my little boy and he's just a pussy. Oh, he's just such a little guy, you know. A little guy stuck in a really large body. At least his barks are really scary, so he's doing his job correctly. but it's a known fact that if we were ever really endangered, he would hide behind us. Definitely 100% he would hide behind us. Exactly. He has a very, very big personality. He's very loud, but he's just a little guy. We may have the same dog. Yeah, he's supposed to be a guard dog, you know. He's they're supposed to be very, very territorial. They're supposed to hold grudges, things like that, right? You know, my dog, he is not territorial at all. So when he was younger, like a puppy, we used to take him to the dog park a lot just to get him to socialize because he's very withdrawn and he has a lot of anxiety. He still has so much anxiety, but we took him to the dog park a lot to try to socialize him. And there was this one dog's birthday and their owners brought this beautiful dog cake and they cut it up into different slices, pieces, and pass it out to all the dogs, right? And my dog, he's very, very gentle. So he eats very slowly. He's not very food motivated, by the way. So if he's like anxious or I don't know, he just doesn't like eating. So it's very difficult to train him. So he eats very slowly. He doesn't get all that excited by food. So he was just like slowly licking his piece of cake while all the other dogs were like wolfing down their cake. And then the other dog, this dog was clearly smaller than him. It was like a medium-sized dog, but smaller than Ash. Came up to Ash and just freaking stole the cake right out from under his nose. Like, everything plate included, okay? And then Ash just like slowly turned his head and stared at me and my mom, and he didn't even say anything. He just like kind of stared at us. And we're like, hello? Fight that dog, bro! That's okay, we got him another slice of cake, and he ended up eating it. But yeah, he's a special little guy. He lets my cat eat food from literally out of his mouth. Sometimes if I give my dog a snack, like it's a dog snack, it's a dog treat, so obviously I'm not gonna give it to my cat, right? And my dog takes it away, and he's slowly eating it, nibbling on it. And my cat comes over and just like puts his whole entire face into his mouth and just yanks it out. It was really funny. I only remember this one time. Oh my gosh, my dog Ash is barking. I remember this one time he did growl at my cat. It was just once. He has only ever growled at my cat once for stealing food out of his mouth, but immediately after he did that, my cat like backed off and stared at him like. And then I think he felt bad, so he ended up sharing the food anyway. He's just a really big baby. Okay, leave him alone. He is a good boy. He's just a little guy. He's scared of humans. He really does not like strangers. Yeah, so that was my day. Oh wait, I didn't tell you guys about my studying. So you know how I finished my finals? So we're jumping into my next semester quite quickly. So I was doing some pre-reading since the schedule and all the readings have been posted already. Oh, thank you. He just wants to be part of the ASMR streams. No, actually, Akita Inus are very, very territorial. Even the Japanese Akita Inus, because the first thing when you do research, always do research before you get a pet, okay? When you do research on an Akita is that they don't get along well with other animals, with other dogs, with other cats. They don't get along with anyone other than their owner, and they have to be raised pretty much alone. And I know this to be true because when we were getting Ash, the breeder was basically like, listen, do you have any other pets at home? Because if you do have any other pets at home, they may die. And we were like, oh. We did not have any other pets at home at that point, and nobody ended up dying, so yay! But I think it's true though, because my dog, I'm making him sound like an angel right now, but he's also not an angel. Good morning, Jamie, and I'm okay, Gideon. Thank you so much for asking. He's not actually an angel. He's kind of a he's kind of a silly little thing, okay? So he really does not like it when other dogs hump him. I mean, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. But when we used to take him to the dog park, he would get into like fights with dogs that hump him, and normally he doesn't like attack them immediately or anything. So normally if the owners are attentive and they can get their dog off of Ash, it's fine. He's like, haha, silly. But there was this one time I don't know if I should be talking about this, but there was this unneutered pit bull at the dog park. Ash is neutered. And he was really scary, actually. I think he went around like humping most of the dogs. And then we saw what he was doing, so we were about to take our dog and leave because the owner did not care. The owner did not give a shit. But before we could actually leave, the dog came up to our dog and started humping him, and immediately we were like, okay, you have to back off. You need to bring your dog away. But the owner was on her phone, okay? She was yapping on her phone. Yap, 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 yap. And we're like, excuse me, you have to remove your dog from my dog's bum. And she was like, yap, 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 yap. So, we went up to try to separate them. We tried to remove the pit bull, but the pit bull growled at us. And I think that set Ash off, and they got into... They were biting at each other. It was crazy. It was very scary. It was very scary. But But eventually, no one got hurt, thankfully. Neither of the dogs got hurt. A little bit of a scrape here and there, but it wasn't like anything big, right? So yeah, we left and we were like, okay, maybe we don't go to the dog park anymore because that was really scary. Don't get me wrong, I love pit bulls. They're so cute. But I think as it goes with all dogs, not just pit bulls, you should train your dogs. And if you can't train your dogs, don't bring them off leash to a dog park. Moral of the story is that Ash is a little piss baby, but he will fight back. And when he does fight back, he will fight to the death. Like, he does not care. He won that fight, by the way. The pitbull backed off, cowered in fear, with his tail tucked between his hind legs, and whimpered away. So he will fight to the death. I know, he loved going to the dog park, you know, but it's just really unfortunate. Yeah, it was a W for us. It was a W. Ugh. My butt is sticking on this fake leather. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I keep getting sidetracked. Yeah, so he hasn't been back to the dog park in a few years. I know he misses it so much because every time we drive past it to go to the vet, he still recognizes and that's a dog park and he gets so excited, but then we just end up going to the vet and it's so sad. Ash is named after Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. I know. That's okay though. That's why we ended up getting him balls. My cat is balls. That's why we ended up getting him a little buddy. So I think he's okay now. My blanket fell. So yeah, I was doing some pre-reading for class for my future courses. I know, call me a nerd. I just don't want to be overwhelmed once the semester actually starts, you know. And this semester I have a course on grief counseling. And the readings are super interesting. I was like, I'm only gonna read for like maybe an hour, and then I ended up sitting there for like 3-4 hours, and I finished like 2 chapters of the textbook. And then I was like, wow. When I looked up, I was like, wow, I'm a nerd. Lost track of time from reading a textbook. What the frick? Are you going full psychology or psychiatry major? So I'm doing my master's in counseling. But in my undergrad, I got a double major in psychology and sociology. Nerd. Did we retain the information? I think this time I retained their information. I think so. But I also could be wrong. I could wake up tomorrow and completely forget what I read today. Nerd. So yeah, that was my day. And then my tummy started hurting, and now we're here. all the best. You know, leather all over me. You know, actually, a lot of VTubers actually have master's degrees. A lot of VTubers are actually highly educated, by the way. So, from what I've noticed, there's a group of very highly educated VTubers, and then also a group of very young VTubers who are still looking for what they want to do in life, right? And when you mash them all together in one community, it creates this very, very unique blend of individuals. Thank you, Gideon. That is the dream. I understand I am talking about other VTubers, but it would be very nice, this is a final warning to this individual, if you could keep other VTubers to yourself. Thank you. Please, if you don't know the rules, read the rules. The spray bottle emote. Hello, Maze Star? Hello there. Lara. Kuseria? Don't know her. She sounds lame though. I'm glad you guys are here for the yaps. No game because you know, what was the point of playing a game anyway when I'm so bad at them? Yeah, what was I saying? Right, highly educated VTubers. Well, I think there are a couple of reasons why there are so many highly educated VTubers out there. First is because VTubing is a very, very expensive hobby. Do you guys know how much it costs to just fund a single VTuber model? Not even like a rigging. Just a model. Yippee! Honored to serve for 5 months? Oh, is this the Cera Luceria military? Good night and have fun in the wage case tomorrow, Noble. I remember you mentioned an interview. I hope that went well. See you later. I don't know. I don't think there's a correlation between being highly educated and socializing. I think plenty of highly educated people have very, very healthy social lives. I think it's more so the NEETs that have trouble socializing and choose to use VTubing as more of a social outlet per se. Which, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you have gone through school for several years to obtain this degree, and presumably with that degree you have worked professionally for several years as well, you are a little bit more well-adjusted, you know? Bachelor's degree to pretending to be a dog. 10k in VTubing, I think that's like... I don't want to say like... necessarily everybody spends 10k in VTubing, but in this day and age, nowadays especially, it is very, very easy to spend 10k in VTubing. Because VTubing isn't just your model, okay? There are so many things that you have to pay for. There are so many expenses. Of course, you don't need to have these expenses, but a lot of the times it does kind of become a necessity once you grow to a certain point. Yeah, if we're talking model alone, then 10K is a very high-end model. It's not even that rare these days to see artists just straight up charge 10K for one model. It's becoming more and more common, especially with more popular artists. Obviously, it gives you a lot of attention if you debut with a really incredible model from a well-known artist, right? So that's the trade-off. Actually, quite a lot of models are 10K plus these days. And then if you get a high-end model, you should get a high-end rig, right? So it is very, very easy to spend just 10K on a model alone, but you definitely don't need to spend 10K on a model, but everything adds up, right? So from assets, what assets do you need to stream? Okay, now we're gonna yap about this, and I have so much to say about this. What assets do you need to stream, guys? You need overlays, you need a schedule, you need alerts, you need emotes. You need a logo. If you want to have a big debut, you probably want a debut trailer. Right? Yeah, backgrounds. Of course, that being said, a lot of this you can get either for free or for very cheap. There are booth assets that are either pay to use or free to use. So it depends on what you can afford and what you want to use, right? Yeah, big assets, big costs, right? So let's just talk. I don't want to say high end, because if it's high end, it can get really, really crazy. Let's just say you want a decent model with a decent debut with decent assets. Yeah, stingers, starting soon screens, ending soon screens. Do you want art for your starting soon and ending soon screens? Do you want it to be animated? So if you want your art to be animated, you have to pay for the cutting, because you can't just animate any piece of artwork. And that's not even talking about all the equipment that you need to VTube. So let's just say you have a decent PC. Do you have a good microphone? Do you have a billion peripherals? Right? Audio equipment. So you don't just need a mic. You need a mic. You need a good stand. You need, maybe you need an amplifier. Maybe you need a Focusrite Scarlett. So that's just even to start off as a VTuber with just a decent debut. Okay, of course you can spend $0 if you want to. You can spend $0. It is totally possible to start streaming for $0. Very, very, very possible. But I'm just saying, if you want to have a regular VTuber debut, that's all of the things you have to consider, right? But going past the debut, you still have a whole array of expenses to consider. You don't just stop spending money once your debut is over and start raking in the riches. I think people really have this, like, I don't know what it is. They just think that, oh, streaming is such easy money. It's true for, like, iShow Speed. But you don't just start making up for your expenses as soon as you start streaming, right? And what you have to consider is what kind of content are you going to do? Are you going to do gaming streams? If so, do you have all of the games that you want to stream? If you don't, games will be another expense. Do you want to do ASMR streams? Do you have the microphone? Do you have the microphone? Yeah, right? Like, you want to do hand cam streams? Do you have a webcam? Art streams, do you have a tablet? All of this stuff, right? And consider content creation. No matter what kind of content you want to create, you have to do things outside of just pressing go live. You can't just stream for 8 hours on Twitch every single day and call it a day, right? If you actually want to make content creating a job per se, you have to put in more work than that, right? Are you going to be editing your own videos? Do you know how to edit your own videos? If you don't know how to edit your own videos, that's money, right? That you have to spend to outsource all of the editing. And it's not just editing you have to outsource. If you're not an artist, who's gonna draw your art? Are you just not gonna have any art? What about for your banners? What about for your profile picture? What about for events? Are you gonna draw this on MS Paint? If you want to do your own merch, how are you gonna produce the merch? Who's gonna create the merch? How are you gonna ship the merch? Who are you gonna pay to draw the merch? How much is commercial fee for the merch? Right? It's just so expensive. And I don't think people recognize or even like realize that if you're an indie VTuber, most, if not all of what you're making from streams goes directly back into streams. It's not a get rich fast, come on, become a streamer. And I think that's why a lot of older, more established individuals who do have the time and money to stream do become streamers, right? And yeah, I definitely think that if you have never streamed before, you should just start streaming for free. Like, don't spend any money. Don't spend any money getting your own assets. Don't even spend any money on your own design. It's a very hit or miss field, I feel like. Start with $20, you know? Get a $20 microphone and get a free model. There are free models out there. They're very high quality, but that means that it's not unique to yourself. But like, if you're just starting out, there's really no need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah, PNG tubing is okay as well. It's also less taxing on your computer if you don't have a very powerful computer. But if you're really interested in VTubing and you want to like work with models and stuff, you want to use a model, there are like free models, $20 models, $100 models, you know, plenty of models that you can get for cheap. So yeah, my advice is that if you want to start streaming, just do it. You know what? Just try it out. Don't even like use a model if you don't want to. How I started was I just went live and played Genshin Impact. I didn't have a model, I didn't have anything. I told my best friend, I was like, can you watch my stream? I want to become a streamer. And she was like, okay. And she was the only person I streamed to for, for like a few weeks. And then, I guess it stuck, you know? Well, I feel like if you're starting out, you definitely should not worry about having an audience. You're not gonna get an audience. That's my advice. If you start streaming because you want to make it big, then I suggest you don't start streaming at all. Yeah, because even if you put in the efforts, even if you have the most high-end, high-quality assets, even if you spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, even if you're really funny and really great at what you do, super creative, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna make it anywhere at all, you know? Why do you have such a beautifully rendered picture of you on the toilet? Ask Smoky. Yeah, I think like obviously a lot of it is hard work. Obviously a lot of it is how much effort you put into it, right? But so much of it is still luck. So much of it is, can the algorithm pick up on you? Will you pop off randomly from one short? A lot of it is networking and just knowing the right people as well, you know? Plenty of very, very talented and wonderful creators stream for years without getting the recognition that they deserve. You know, it's... So my advice is, if you want to stream but your only reason for streaming is because you want to become iShow Speed, then don't do it. You're not going to become iShow Speed. But that's not to say that like you shouldn't start streaming. You should. It's really fun. It's great. I think it's very, very rewarding. It's incredible. I so slow. And you know, like, even if you are streaming for years to a very small audience, I'm sure the audience that you have, your viewer base, they appreciate you. Well, that's a good question, Gideon. So, knowing the right people is important, obviously, for collabs, but also for different opportunities as well. So, when you talk about art and rigging, high-end artists oftentimes do not take commissions from just anyone. Even if you were a millionaire and you offered... if you offered an artist $1 million, they would probably do it. But, most of the times, they will just deny you if you don't already have a fan base, or if you don't know the right people, or if you're not part of a company. Artists just straight up refuse to work with you, and for good reason. A lot of the times it's not even about the money or the numbers, it's because a VTuber model is a lot of work, and becoming the artist for a VTuber means you are committing in the long run, you know? Obviously, money is a big issue. Can you trust that this random nobody on the internet will pay you thousands of dollars once you finish this model, right? But even if you pay up front, say, you offer them more money and you pay up front, they still might not take it because it's commitment. You're not just doing this one model that takes hours and hours of work, but when you become a mama, you are expected to be a mama for the future, right? If you want a model update, if you want a new outfit. So artists, they don't have unlimited time. They have to know that if I'm committing to this client, then the client will commit to me, right? I can't take up 20 children and then all of a sudden not have time to do additional outfits for all my children, right? So you need to have a reputation. You need to have people pulling for you, basically. And also, yes, it is a reputation thing in a sense. There are, of course, people who will say, okay, I can't represent you because you're practically nobody. And it makes no sense for an artist of this size to represent you, you know? And when you're not in a company, when people don't know you, they don't know what content you make. So what if you're incredibly racist? Well, now you're the VTuber mama of an incredibly racist VTuber. Right? So when you have connections, it means that people can refer you to different artists. When people in the community already know about you, know what content you make, and know that you are good for your word, then more people will be willing to work with you. And it's not even about the numbers. It's not about the money. It's just about knowing the right people and being in the community long enough to build up that reputation. But also, networking and connecting with people brings other opportunities as well. If you're an indie VTuber, for example, you don't just get to appear at conventions whenever you want to. You know, spots are very limited. How are you going to appear at a convention when nobody knows who you are? A lot of the times when you're an indie, you might get meet and greets if you know people who are boothing at the conventions, right? That's the same thing with merch opportunities. Collabs as well. The more people that you know, the more people that can speak for you, the more opportunities that you will have access to. So yeah, you can't just press go live and stream for 8 hours a day and expect to pop off. Well, I'm sure there are a few people here and there who have done exactly that. But don't bank on it. And I think that's the thing with like companies as well. I think a lot of viewers, they don't understand a lot of what goes on behind VTubing. So a lot of people think like, okay, why would you join a company if you can keep all the money when you're an indie and you can do whatever you want as an indie? Like, think about it for a second. Exactly, right? It's the same thing with other VTubers. Like, if nobody knows you, why would they collab with you? Why would they talk to you? What if you're so racist, you know? If you're in a company, that pretty much means that you're at least going to act professional on stream, so you're not going to be a brand risk. Of course there are real drawbacks, because then it becomes a job. You know, like, if you sign to be part of a company, you sign away a lot of the things that you wouldn't have to think about if you were an indie. And you have to abide by certain rules, and just it's a different playing field, and it's not necessarily always good, but I think a lot of the bad has been really highlighted. Yeah, exactly. Do you think that I don't monetize myself very well, if you haven't realized. I don't particularly like to sell myself or ask you guys for a whole ton of money. So if I were to continue doing exactly what I'm doing right now as an indie, do you think I would be able to do it? No, I would not be able to do it. Yeah, so obviously I can't give any specifics, but we eat pretty good. I ain't complaining. But of course, once again, that's just my own opinion, and I cannot speak for anybody else. And I'm sure there are issues, as with all jobs, there are issues. And sometimes it be like that. But I think, at least for me, the issues are... No, when I say this, I don't want to talk for anybody else, okay? Everyone has their own content. Everyone has their own way of doing things, their own tolerances, their own opinions. We are all very individualized people, so don't go like, oh, Sarah said this, so it must be true for everybody. But yeah, like, for me and my needs, I'm good. I get to do what I like to do. I get to explore things that I want to explore. People are always like, do your managers know you're doing this? Yes, I've said multiple times my managers watch my ASMR streams. And, you know, some things are frustrating, some things I wish were different, but... meh. But again, that is only my own experience. Oh yeah, by the way, hey guys, would you like to give me $1 billion? And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this educational content. That's what managers... Okay, I don't think they've gone into that one just yet, but if they say anything, they normally don't say anything, which I think is a good sign. But if they say anything about my daddy roleplaying, I'll let you know. Yeah, please like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And if you become a member, you get more daddy roleplay. Best I can do is 350. That's almost $1 billion. Thank you, Thiago, for the soup. Mwah. I promise that $1 billion on your doorstep next year sometime. Okay, I'll be waiting.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
It's not $1 billion.
Well, Mulderin, actually I don't know numbers, so that has a 1 in it. So that must mean you gave me $1 billion. Thank you. Mwah. Thanks for spoiling me, guys. I feel bad. Don't actually give me money.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
372. That is $3 billion. Oh my gosh, I'm a billionaire, guys. I have generational wealth. Now I can spend it on at least 3 VTuber models. Have a good day, Hasa, or a good night. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hey, I can match
Super chat.
350. Actually, Jamie James, on my stream it says that it's at least $4. So, are you a liar?
Super chat.
Imagine if you had a credit card. Thank you, Logan. $2. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Stop throwing money at me. We're gonna talk about money a little bit later. Okay, so keep your money. I hate money. I hate money so much. I'm actually allergic to money. If you keep throwing money at me, thank you, Beck. If you keep throwing money at me, I will have an allergic reaction and I will have to end stream. Thiago, thank you for the soup, but don't make me end stream. I'm gonna start busting out the daddy voice and you're not gonna like it.
For the treasure.
Did you know that Streamlabs donuts are free? I'm the biddle.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
No, take the money.
Thank you, Chaotix. Thank you, Harper.
Super chat.
Oh gosh. You know what? That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You've done it now, guys. You've done it now. You've done it now. You've done it now.
Super chat.
Thiago. You have done it now.
Hey, baby girl. Who's daddy's little princess? Come to Papa!
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
You've really done it now, haven't you? Oh. Bad girl needs some punishment. Bad girls need to be punished.
Super chat.
Come, sit on Papa's lap. Stick out your bottom now. It's time for a spanking. Daddy's going to use his big manly hands to punish you.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
Low key, you wear a mustache well.
Oh, why thank you. I take good care of my facial hair.
Oh my god, what am I doing?
Now, that'll teach you to be bad. Make sure you're a good girl for Papa now, won't you? Mwah.
Killing myself. I hear Slowbro from the second Pokemon movie. I hate you so much. Oh my god. Or did you kiss? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I left the room to pee. What are you guys laughing at? I'm so confused right now. What's wrong with you guys? Are you okay? Too hot for YouTube. Where did you kiss? You're making S tier content. I was peeing.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
I'm very confused.
Sorry, not sorry.
Thiago, can you explain what just happened? Thanks for the pea soup. It's not really a soup, but thanks, I guess. Gaslighting isn't even a real word, guys. Stop making up random words. Man, are you guys having delusions? I highly recommend you go see someone. It can be very serious. You don't want to leave that unchecked. Well, I guess before we move on, do you guys have any other questions regarding like VTubing, streaming, expenses, etc.? Since we're already talking about it, and if you are interested in becoming a streamer, I can impart some knowledge upon you. Dr. Cera, I'm sure that bitch is just gonna make you worse, guys. Don't see her. I'm just associating. How bulky of a PC do you think is good? Do you want to play what games do you plan on playing? If you're just gonna play League of Legends, then you don't really need that good of a PC. But if you're gonna play like all the new games coming out, then I highly recommend, especially if you're going to have a couple of different apps running in the background, which you most certainly will with OBS, a browser, probably Discord, VTube Studio, VBridger. If you're gonna have all of that open and be streaming and playing a AAA game, then I would highly recommend you get the best PC there is out there. You need therapy? You guys need therapy anyway. Yes, it's true. Or download more RAM. I find that has helped me a whole ton. Gave me something called like a Trojan horse or something. I don't know. I like Uma Musume, so horses are always welcome. VBridger is optional, but in this day and age, I think it's it's rare to not have VBridger. That is true. Some people do run 2 PC setups just to VTube, especially if you have a very big, bulky model. If your model has a whole ton of toggles, if your model is very large, then yeah, you're fucked. I have done a therapist ASMR in the past. That is being edited right now. Yeah, that's true. If you're gonna stream over on Twitch and you want to have all of the audience engagement functions, then you're gonna have a ton of other programs open in the background as well. So yeah, I think if you have your mind set on VTubing and you want to get an upgrade, then I think it is definitely worth it to get a very high-end PC. I think the things that are not necessary, but I would recommend you get before anything else is make sure your PC can actually run everything. So make sure your PC is good. It's totally okay to have a shit PC, run a PNG tube, run a PNG tuber, and stream silly little games. That's totally fine. But if it is your plan to run a high-end model and play AAA games, then I think it is 100% worth it to get a good PC. Plus, if that's in your sight, then you probably play a lot of games and use your PC anyway. So I think it's just a good investment either way. Second thing, I think actually this might be the first thing you should consider. I think you should consider getting a good microphone. You can totally stream with a $20 microphone. Just even like your headset microphone, just to test if you're able to talk to your screen for hours on end. But if you seriously want to get into streaming, I think the first big purchase you need to get is a quality microphone. And if you need an interface, get an interface as well. I think that's really, really important. Yeah, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on like SM7B. You definitely don't need that. You can shop around. There are plenty of guides out there. Watch some YouTube videos. A lot of good budget microphones out there. But you should at least consider getting a good mic. So yeah, PC and microphone, obviously, you kind of need it to stream, so I would highly recommend you get those first. And if you want to VTube, but you don't want to spend $1 billion on your first model, go cheap. Like chat saying, you can get a PNG, you can get a cheap model from Booth. Yeah, it doesn't have to break your bank, but if you let it, it certainly can. That is true. Alternatively, you can become Tyler1 and make that your entire thing and just keep screaming into your Logitech microphone for your entire career. That also works. Do you use headphones or a mic? I'm old school, so I actually use wired earphones instead of headphones because I do have headphones and I do use them from time to time, but it's easier for me to monitor my own sound with earphones because it's not even like noise canceling earphones, because if I use noise canceling anything and monitor my own my own voice while I'm doing things like ASMR, then I can't talk. Cuz when you hear yourself, there's always a delay, right? And that makes it really difficult to talk over the delay. So you just kind of stutter and you look stupid. So I just use a regular pair of wired earphones. I can hear myself fine, but I can also, it's not noise canceling, so I don't turn stupid. But I do have headphones. I normally use headphones if I'm just like gaming by myself. Yeah, also very true. You could get a Tyler 1 head dent and it gets sweaty. Does anyone ask how to stay talkative? Nobody has asked, but if you want my opinion on that, I don't think you necessarily need to be talkative. Obviously, if you're not talkative, then the niche you're hitting is very different from a yapper niche, right? But there are very comfy and cozy streams where you just kind of chill and hang out and not a whole ton of yapping happens, and it's mostly the content and just the vibes that you're there for. So yeah, I don't think you necessarily need to be incredibly talkative. I think a lot of people believe that if I can't talk to myself for hours on end, then I can't be a streamer. I don't think that's necessarily true, but the way that you market yourself and the way that you present yourself will have to be different. But if you do want to be a yapper and you want to know how to stay talkative, I think my advice, if it doesn't come naturally to you, you can write things down, definitely. I think that's an advice that people give out a lot, is to keep, like, you don't need a script. Just have like an outline of different things that you want to talk about, things that happen throughout your day, and just YOLO from there. Just fuck it, we ball from there, you know? But if that's something that doesn't come to you naturally as well, even if you do have an outline, I don't think it's a bad idea to even have like a script prepared. I know it seems really rigid, but a lot of times when you are starting off and you don't have a very big audience and not a lot of very active chatters, then you're talking to yourself. Like, a good majority of the times you are talking to yourself. So if you even have like a short script prepared, you don't have to follow it exactly, but just make certain moments of the stream interesting and fun. It doesn't have to last the whole entire stream, but you can take those moments and clip it. You know, especially if you're starting off and trying to grow your audience, things don't have to come spontaneously. They don't have to happen on the spot. Right? Like, if you don't have anyone watching you, make people watch you, right? I think Let's Plays is very interesting. I always wanted, when I thought of content creating, I never thought about streaming. I had always wanted to be like a Let's Player or like someone who made YouTube videos, but videos work very, very differently from streaming. It's actually very difficult. It's so much more difficult, yeah, Sarah Player, to be just a Let's Player making videos than a streamer. Because when you're making videos, it's very, very strategic, and a lot of it is pre-planned. And you can't just sit there and play the game. You have to be very good at reacting at the right moments and knowing what to do and what to say, and know your humor very, very well to do a Let's Play. People don't just sit there. And people watch streams because you get to talk to the streamer. When it's a video, you don't have that personal connection at all. So, hi Hunt. Yeah, we're talking about content creating right now. Welcome. Thank you for all your hard work, by the way. You don't have a chat to bounce off of, and you also don't have that personal connection that you can build with chat. So people are less likely to be invested in your content if it's not high quality. Hello, Raiders! Rara! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid. I saw that you girls were having a Voltaire collab. Did you guys have fun? Was it... I don't remember if it was The Forest or Sons of the Forest, but it seemed very chaotic and so much fun. Thank you so much for raiding into me. Thank you for bringing your communities over. I hope you guys had a wonderful time with the Voltaire ladies. I love them so much. My wonderful cousins, they're so cute. And they're epic gamers. Like, for real, on God. Today I escaped my fate of gaming because I'm a little under the weather. But if you want gaming content, you should check the girls out, okay? Thank you so much for the raid! Cera Luceria. My name is Cera Luceria. I'm the carbuncle VTuber of GLOBIE's Gen 3 Merveria. I like ASMR, I like yapping, and occasionally I play games, but I am not an epic gamer, I'll have you know that. We are currently yapping about content creating. Chat has been asking me some questions about VTubing, things like the costs of VTubing, like, how do you be talkative? How do you stay talkative? Different things like that. If you want to sit back and enjoy this very, very nerdy but informative chat that we're having, feel free to hang around. If you have questions, feel free to ask them. But yeah, make yourselves at home. Thank you so much for the raid, girls. What was I talking about? How do you become a cute anime girl? Ace, let me tell you this. You are already a cute anime girl. Anyone can become a cute anime girl if they truly believe. What's stopping you, huh? Yeah, also, Let's Plays. Hi, Blue, welcome! Let's Plays. So, yeah, a lot of the Let's Play content that you see is highly scripted. Obviously, if you're watching people like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye, they don't care about that shit anymore. They are established. They can literally pump out slop and anyone will... People will still watch it. I would still watch it, okay? But if we're strictly talking, you want to start off as a Let's Play content creator in 2025, you have to know the game you're playing front and back. If it's a blind playthrough, there is a market for blind playthroughs, but I think those oftentimes translate a lot better if you already have a fan base or if you're a streamer and you're streaming a blind playthrough. But for strictly highly edited Let's Play content, so much work needs to be put into it. And I'm not even talking about all the editing that you have to do, because you have to do so much editing. You can't just hit go live and play the game. You need to cut shit out. People don't want to see you running around looking for this one item for 50 minutes. Exactly, like what Hunt said, right? You need to know exactly how to react and at what moment you should react. Yeah, 3 hours of footage, 20-minute video. Exactly. If you started like 15 years ago, then sure, just post your 3-hour long content. But you can't do that anymore. So I think there are definitely pros and cons to streaming or doing Let's Play. I think they're both good, but you're just gonna have to really know what you're doing if you want to do Let's Play. You mean no one's gonna watch a 10-hour video all the way through? No, people will watch long-ass essay content. Video essays, that is huge. But video essays aren't... They're like long, they're like 10 hours. But they are highly edited, highly researched content. Not 10 hours of... I don't know, looking for Freddy Fazbear, you know? Yeah, so it's not really about the video length, it's more about what you do. I'm slowly going over an 8-hour video essay on Mario Sunshine daily. Yeah, people love video essays, guys. I don't have the attention span, but also because I don't have the time. So many of these video essays interest me. I just don't have the time to watch them. I love how Blue is calling themselves out. Very poggers. It's true. This is why short form content are so popular now. Things like TikTok, Reels. It's because we don't have an attention span anymore. Sorry, VOD watchers. That's why I'm always so surprised, right? That there are people watching my VODs. And I understand to a certain extent, like, ASMR VODs, because people just play those in the background. But there are actual viewers who watch VODs. And I'm like, damn! You guys are the real ones! Thank you! What are we talking about? Yeah, what are we talking about? I got distracted. Well, Hunt is... contracted. Can I say a slur? Hunt is contracted to watch my VODs, so... But yeah, if you're a lurker, if you're a VOD watcher, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Do you guys have any other questions before we move on to something else? I know, this was such a nerdy topic. What a nerdy Zatsu. Thank you. I do feel bad for my editors. Let's see. What was I gonna talk about next? Where did my list go? Oh my god, holy moly. Do you have any specific software recommendations for editors? I use DaVinci. But I think you should direct that question to Hunt or other fellow editors in the chat because I don't do a whole ton of my own editing. Yeah, DaVinci Resolve is free. There are, of course, other software, other programs that you can use, but they aren't very cheap. No, it wasn't. The name of the short wasn't even Poop Cork. It was Poop Court. Yeah, it also takes a long time to master certain editing softwares and stuff. So, you know, it definitely is a skill and a trade that you need to really study. No, it was literally poopcorp.mp4. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I have a couple of editors that work for me. One being Hunt, and he's in chat right now. It's really funny because like my editors, they're incredible. They're so funny. Like they take my timestamps and my moments, my stream moments, and turn them into such hilarious, funny clips. And they're all very professional. They send me like Google Drive links with very professionally like labeled content. And one particular editor, he does not give a fuck. Just sends it to me on Discord, and the names of the shorts are always insane, and I'm just like, okay, very cool. It's good to have a team of people here helping you out. I always feel so incredibly blessed to have such hardworking, talented, and skilled people helping me. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this on my own, you know? When I had to edit my own shorts, I was molding every day because, first of all, I have a day job, I go to school as well. So, having the time to sit down and edit these shorts, oh my freaking god, it drove me nuts. You do need to have fun with file names sometimes. You need to have a little joy in your life, you know? Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. You're wild for that. There was this one point. Listen, Chaotix, you think I'm wild for that now? There was this one point when I first decided to VTube. I had a day job. I was full-time in that day job, by the way. So full-time day. It's my current day job, but I was full-time. I had a second part-time job. And I was in school as well. And streaming. And that was when I decided to do my partner push. When I tell you I was losing my mind, I was losing my mind. It's a lot chiller now. Sarah, are you okay? No, I don't know what got into me. I was losing my freaking mind. Damn, you work the night shift, Chaotix. Yeah, no, I did not get a whole ton of sleep that year. That's why immediately after that, I was like, okay, I need to quit all my jobs. I did not quit all of them, newsflash. Oh, for some reason I read 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. Oops. But still, early morning shift is still crazy, god. How early do you have to wake up? But thank you guys. I really love what I do. I love VTubing. I adore it. I adore all of you. And you all make me so happy. And I just love being here so much. I also adore the other things that I do. I love my job. I know that sounds crazy. And it's not a very easy job. It's quite difficult most days. But I love it. My coworkers are incredible. I love the things that I'm learning. I know I'm such a nerd. So I really can't complain. I think I'm in a good place now. But I think a lot of that has to do with you guys. So thank you for cheering me on, and thank you for helping me be a better person, keeping me accountable for all the shit that I have to do, but also enabling me. Now with that being said, I'm gonna go pee. Be right back, guys. While I'm gone, why don't you guys talk about, if you were a VTuber, what kind of VTuber would you be? I'm not talking about your niche. I'm talking about, like, would you be a carbuncle VTuber? Would you be a dog? Would you be a cat? Would you be a dog cat necromancer? I don't know. Be right back.
Super chat. 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 Yippee! Super chat.
Hello. Sorry for the wait, but thank you for waiting. What did I miss? The last thing I remember is Giga saying poo, and then that killed me. You want to be a poo VTuber guy? Thiago, Smoky, Molkosh, Vadri, Chaotix. Ooh. So many today. JonJonH, Harper, Cockman, Rabbit, Diggs, Nanashi. Thank you so much for the peace subs. Here's some water. Thank you so much, Thiago. I got more water. And Hoppy, thank you so much for 5 months. Congrats on your caviar. That's so expensive. 90% off is incredible. So when I leave stream to take a poo, it's on brand. Why don't you just stream from your toilet pooping all the time, huh? Oh my god, because I thought you were actually attacked by sharks. Well, if I was actually being attacked by sharks and I still managed to make it to stream, I would be kind of a superhuman. Very suspect audience? Yeah, you probably have to stream on, like, I don't know, Kick or something. I don't even know if, like, Fansly would allow you to have a scat fetish. Anyway, moving on from that, let's not talk about that. That's disgusting. What is wrong with you? Did anyone have any more questions for me regarding content creating, streaming, VTubing? Nothing else. I'm gonna move on to the next topic that's gonna be completely different and not educational whatsoever. If she plays a horror game, you just hear a kerplunk occasionally. I'm gonna ban you for that. I think that's a bannable offense, Rabbit. Did you watch MSI? I did watch MSI. Hi guys, a meteor hit the earth and I've been evaporated to dust. Stream might be a little late and then it ends up being 3 minutes late. What? Get that guy. So I don't want to talk about MSI. Yeah. That's all I have to say. I understand. Gen G is T1's father. I understand. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't care. I'm still a Chovy hater though. Once a Chovy hater, always a Chovy hater. MSI is a league tournament. Yeah, it was the league tournament that was going on for the past 2-3 weeks. I don't remember. You should have trained Faker better. I did train Faker really well, but I did not train Doron really. I'm just kidding. Kruglord was kind of incredible. Can't really shit on Kruglord that much. There's so much new anime. I have not been caught up with the recent anime. I think I didn't watch last season and this season, but I think there are some pretty good ones coming out. His support cards just didn't. Yeah, his support abilities did not proc. Faker's charm did not proc. His wit was not high enough on his Ari, I guess. What can you do? Damn. Good night, Mokash. Thank you so much for hanging out. Sleep well and have a wonderful day tomorrow. Are you gonna watch the horse anime? I was thinking about watching the horse anime. But I'm not sure. I might start with the movie. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying Uma Musume, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if I'm gonna get so deep into it. I don't want to lose myself, you see. If I watch it, I'll lose myself, and I can't let that happen. I think the movie does have Agnes Takion. The anime is basically a sports anime. It is. Horse racing do be a sport, I suppose. Yeah, learning about the real horses. Oh, especially because a lot of them aren't with us anymore, and I'm just like, oh. I didn't even know I could make that face. Why do I look like that? Wait, this is something that I do want to talk about. So, I think a couple of other talents have mentioned this before, but there have been some changes in how we use Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Don't ever call it X. So at the present moment, I don't really know what's going on, but a lot of the accounts that I use Twitter to log into, such as my Maros, I am not able to access it right now. But that doesn't mean I can't read your Maros, because whenever you send a Maro, it gives me an email notification, so I can just see it in my email. So it's really it's fine. You can keep sending me Maros. If you're wondering why I'm not liking them, I normally don't like them anyway because I just forget. I read them and then I forget. But if you're wondering why, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I just can't access it. But I can still read them, so don't worry about that. Oh man, been getting some. I guess it's because I've been talking about the Maros recently. I don't think they're anything of like concern. I'm sure it's just like one or two people, but god damn, some of you guys need to sit down and stop complaining. I'm just saying. Yeah, I can still read them. Oop. I absolutely love reading your Marios because 98% of the times it's a super sweet message. So whenever I get an email notification, I click onto it immediately and I'm like, oh, this is so sweet. Yeah, but then there's sometimes where people will just say anything when they're anonymous, and I'm like, if you watched streams, I would have explained this to you already. So you don't even watch streams. What are you even doing sending me a Maro? Do you know how difficult it is to get here? Like, bruh. So yeah, I wanted to complain about that a little bit. What if I send Maros complaining that you're too cute? Oh, it shucks you. Yeah, it's not easy to get there, okay? I mean, it is there, but like, if you're not invested, if you don't even watch my streams, what are you going out of your way for? So yeah, I'm looking at you. Whoever it is. Probably the 2 people who's not even here. Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. You may have your anonymous conversations elsewhere. I know they exist. Do I know how to access them? No. So you may have them elsewhere where I can't see. If you have genuine concerns, if you have issues, if you have constructive criticism or feedback, of course, you can let me know. But some of y'all really fucking annoying. Evil Orange be like, oh no, Orange. I love that face. The oh and oh no. My criticism is that you're too cute. That is true, right? Like, oh, I'm losing my voice. No, it's true. You guys are still annoying when you're not anonymous. But like, do it proudly. Do it with pride. Just be annoying. Slap your name on it. Like, I think of you more highly that way, honestly. I think I got one the other day that was like... Oh, no, I got one after yesterday's stream. Even after I had already addressed this issue at the end of the stream, by the way. I got one yesterday after stream that was like... Can you not thank raiders in the middle of an ASMR stream? And I'm just like... First of all, no. And second, if you had just waited like 5 minutes after I finished my roleplay, I would have explained what would have happened. I know, right? I literally talked about it. I'm just baffled sometimes. I mean... If that was a concern you had during my stream, you could have said it in the chat and I would have told you what was gonna happen right away. Oh, my phone is overheating. I got too mad, my phone got mad with me. Give me a second. VTube Studio is restarting. I know, can everybody just write into me so I can thank everyone for the entirety of stream? Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh my god. No wonder you're watching mommy ASMR on a Sunday night and not actually cuddling with the real life female. Not to diss everybody else in chat. You guys are great. I just killed everyone. I just shot everyone. Okay, but listen, okay? I was the one that was role-playing as a mommy instead of cuddling with someone on a Sunday night as well. So like, we're both in we're both in it together, okay? Catching strays. No, listen. We're both in this together. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's mutually assured destruction. It's a guy pit. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. I didn't mean to kill all of you. Hey, I'm the loser doing ASMR on a Sunday night pretending to be a mother. So I'm on the same boat. Don't take it to heart, okay? I love you losers. But it's a day. Diggs, thank you. Pea. This is real life yellow pea soup. Thank you. That's my favorite. That's my favorite brand of soup. Mwah, thank you. Yeah, we're all losers together. But if you're going to go even beyond our agreed upon level of loserness, then I think there's an issue, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a loser with your Oshi. If your Oshi is a loser too. But if you're gonna go beyond that, then I think we may have a problem. Just saying. And now I'm gonna get more Maros, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck you," and I'm gonna be like, "Okay." I'm still recoiling from that atomic bomb that just hit me. I love how as soon as I said that, so many lurkers just came out of nowhere, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, Sarah, whoa!" Sorry. You didn't have to call me alone and bitchless though. You're not bitchless. You have mommy. You have mommy here with you. Because it was true. Hey. Listen. Happy to be here.
Super chat.
Sakura, thank you. Thank you so much for the soup. Listen, okay? I think... Can you do reality check toxic ASMR? I'm so sorry. I think if I did that, too many of my true and real thoughts would start leaking out, and that would be really bad. I would get haters so fast, and so many of you will turn on me. Listen, guys, I think most of you, I want to say all of you, but knowing that there are some weirdos that send anonymous Maros instead of just saying it in chat, listen. The vast majority of you are pretty cool, and I am not embarrassed to say that I enjoy spending time with you guys, okay? So don't worry about it. You're not maidenless. I function as a girlfriend, mother, sister, dog even, carbuncle, therapist, secretary, everything all in one, so you will never ever be lonely. I can also be your greatest hater, your biggest op if you let me. Also your daddy, yeah. I can also be your uncle and your daddy and your father. Yeah, I can do many, many things if you just really, dedicate yourself to me. I can be whoever you want me to be, because I have multiple personalities that I pick and choose from whenever the situation arises that I need that I need to put on another face. I don't know why you guys keep mentioning Johnny Sins. I don't even know that guy. I think he's bald. Whoa, real voice tried to jump out. I have a cough. He has so many jobs. Oh, is that why? I thought he was, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about it. Your secret is safe with us, Mr. Sins. Shut up. Oh yeah, my voice. Man. I don't think I've gotten this recently, but I think like when I first debuted, I understand there's probably a shock. Like, why do you sound like that? Listen. I've explained this before, but I'm gonna explain it again. Yeah, from the very beginning, I've had idiots in my marshmallows. Wow. Suddenly realizing that right now. So, I don't actually talk like this. But I should talk like this. I should talk like this more. But it is rather unfortunate that I actually talk more like this, guys. This is how I would normally sound like. I don't even know if you knew this, but this is how I talk normally. And I talk like this when I stream, not because, oh, you're using a VTuber voice. No. If I talk like this, my voice dies. This is actually not a comfortable range for me to talk with. Like, I have been talking wrong my entire life. I know, it's so tragic. This is what, I guess this is like the range that I'm most comfortable with. But I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, the higher pitch is much easier on my vocal cords, but it's not even like enunciating or public speaking voice. It's like if I talk like this for like 2 hours, I will lose my voice the next day. So this isn't technically my character voice. It's technically how I was always supposed to speak as, but I don't know what happened. There was no trauma. I've never been bullied for my high-pitched voice or anything. But I think growing up I was really shy. I was good night, Car. Good night. Thank you for hanging out. Growing up I was really shy, so I didn't really like to speak up. So whenever I did speak up, I guess I would try to make myself sound very quiet. And I guess it just kind of... my resting voice just kind of turned out like this. And I learned through VTubing actually that if I talk like that for a very, very long time, not even a very long time, like 2-3 hours, I lose my voice. So I was always not able to stream for very long. I think I've gotten a lot better just because this is actually so much more comfortable for me. So I've been able to stream for longer periods of time, but because I do have some vocal cord damage from speaking like this, I drink a lot of water, I take a lot of Halls, always with the cough drops, you know, I have a lot of tea, and sometimes my voice just goes. It just happens. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with playing a voice, especially if you're in character, especially if you're playing a character that's different from yourself normally. I think it's really cool. I think especially with VTubing, you're allowed to do that. You are allowed to express yourself however you want. So if I told you that I just wanted to fake this voice for fun, then that's what I'm gonna do, right? Like, doesn't really matter, but in my case, this actually helps me a lot. Oh, well, I was told I didn't do like any intrusive examinations that you kind of have to do, but it was just like a basic exam, and I was told that if I rest my voice and if I don't continue to strain it, it will eventually heal itself. But you know, I have to talk. I talk a lot, so not going to lie, you sound like AI. That's actually so sweet. I know people might find that offensive, but AI voices sound pretty good. Yeah, it's not irreversible, and thank you for complimenting my voice. I did have a lot of I don't know, it's not trauma, but I was a bit self-conscious of my voice, especially before I started streaming. I'm definitely, I don't know, coming around to my voice a lot more now that I'm a streamer, but it's not something that bothers me too much, you know? Yeah, you know, like Ariana Grande, you know why she talks she talks like this all the time. And then sometimes when you listen to like her interviews and she gets really into yapping, sometimes her pitch drops, right? And people are always like, oh, her real voice came out. Well, they're both her real voice. She talks like this because she's a singer and she can't damage her vocal cords. No, people were just asking why do you sound like that now? And I've explained why I sounded like that now. Watch streams. So, yeah, very interesting, right? But watching streams is boring. Then don't talk to me. Why do you sound like that? So sorry. I think when it comes to VTubing, people are pretty judgmental when it comes to voices, because that's the only thing that you can really judge someone off of. You can't see their actual face, and there's only so much you can say about someone's model, right? It's all just art. But that voice is that person specifically, and if you really want to judge someone, you come for their voice. But yeah, I did do public speaking actually when I was middle school, I think. I did public speaking, I'm pretty sure, with this voice. I was public speaking like this. I don't know. I was in a whole ton of competitions and I stood up at the podium and I spoke with my monotone voice and I was like, yeah, speaking, am I right? You know, they always have something to say. It's okay. Public speaking is the worst. I signed myself up for it, so I only have myself to blame. I think it's important to make yourself stand out, especially as a VTuber. If you have a memorable voice, I think it actually helps you, you know? So when you've got to do it in person? No, my public speaking competitions were in person. I stood up at that podium, imagined everyone was a pumpkin, and I YOLO'd. I bawled. Yeah. W? No, I hated it. I never let my parents come because it was so cringe and embarrassing. I should try and be a radio host? You should! Maybe, you know what? Try streaming. Try streaming. Before I started in my run as a hermit, it's true, you know? The same goes for me. I would never do public speaking again, but like... it's a different time in my life. What even happens in public speaking competitions? So you write your speech, you memorize your speech, you go on stage and you present your speech. There's a panel of judges and they didn't give me a score. I don't know if they necessarily give scores or anything, but we were in middle school, so it wasn't anything too serious. So people just like took turns giving their speeches. It has to be like filled with emotion. You have to have memorized it properly. Your delivery had to be good, things like that, right? And then at the end, they just choose a winner. Like, yeah, you spoke really good. So, like, a part of it is also how good your speech is, your essay writing skills. You can't just go up there and be like, so I'm going to talk about League of Legends. League of Legends, good. The end. Yo, why you sound like that? Not gonna lie, there were people who got told to, can you say that again? You're too quiet. Yeah, you gotta speak with your hands. It's true, man. Gotta speak with your hands. And when I did public speaking, my feedback was always, you talk too fast. You need to slow down and really put more emotion into your speech. And I was like, man, I just want to get this shit over with. I know they should have just listened faster. What's wrong with them? I am sparing them like a good 2 to 3 minutes, okay? Yeah. So typically, I can't speak for like actual competitions. Again, this was in middle school, but we were given like, I assume the format's pretty much the same. We were given a topic to talk about. Everybody had to get their topic approved. And then you just bawled. Yeah, I wanted to speedrun, but I was told to slow down. I don't even think I talk that fast. I guess maybe when I'm nervous and when I really want to get this shit over with, I'm just like... Bald? The stress did make me bald. At one point in my life, I was... Well, okay, that's over-exaggerating it a little bit. I felt like I was balding because I was losing so much hair. And I was so stressed, I actually went to my family doctor. And I was like, hey, doc. Is this female pattern balding? And my doctor was like, have you been sleeping? Like, no. Have you been eating? Like, no. Are there females in your family that are bald? And I'm like, no. And then he was like, why don't you go home and take some vitamins? And then I went home and I took some vitamins. And I was not balding. took some vitamins. My doctor was probably like, stop wasting my fucking time. This is taxpayers' money, dude. Enjoying life. Yeah, I was just very severely stressed and not doing anything for my body. Well, you know, working 2 jobs, streaming, going to school, it's pretty stressful. Not sleeping, you know. I was also like really into working out at that point. Okay, this might be maybe a content warning or a trigger warning, but that was like the time of my life where I was I was a little bit neurotic. Like I also did not eat and I was working out. I was like excessively working out. So I was probably at my skinniest. It wasn't like an eating disorder or anything. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't consider anything that I've gone through necessarily an eating disorder, but it wasn't normal. I think it was stress. Working out made me feel more energized, and I didn't want to eat because I wasn't feeling good. I didn't sleep. So yeah, well, I wonder why my hair was falling out. Yeah, and then I took some vitamin gummies and I started sleeping and it was all okay again. Oh, but boy, did I look good, guys. I think this is a very woman moment, but I'm allowed to say that. I'm a woman, so I'm allowed to say that. But obviously, I have been, I'm like, yeah, body image and body image issues have always been like a thing for me because, again, woman, you know, growing up a woman, it's very common. But I'm at a point in my life where I'm old enough to be like, oh man, I don't care about that anymore. So I'm gonna eat healthy and I'm gonna eat food that I like. So obviously, that meant I have gained some weight. And it's not like a crazy amount of weight. It's like nothing at all, honestly. But every time I weigh myself, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I gained weight. When that was what I wanted to do to begin with. I wanted to gain weight, and then I gained weight, and I'm upset that I gained weight, guys. Like, oh, it's great, I gained weight, but... Yeah, there's no winning. Yeah, sounds like a women moment to me.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
Thank you, Logan. That is very sweet. That's okay. You win some, you lose some. Live and you learn, you know? Can't always have a smooth go at everything you do. Thick thighs save lives, Sarah. No, that is true. I've also stopped working out for a little bit just because I'm really tired all the time. But I've started back up again. I've been pretty consistent with it. And, it's been good. It's been going really good, actually. I feel good. I feel a lot better than when I wasn't eating and working out all the time. But the brain sometimes goes mwah, mwah, mwah. Now I have fake leather all over my thighs. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. Just spend the entire night picking it off. Guess I have to shower again. I showered right after I gave my dog a bath. And then I showered again after I vacuumed because I was so sweaty. And now I think I have to shower for a third time. What a waste of water. But I can't get the leather pieces off of me. Yeah, I'm shower maxing out here. Water bill, it's true. I also like to take really freakishly long showers. Okay, so speaking of chairs, I do want to ask you guys, are Herman Miller chairs worth it? They're like thousands of dollars. But also, I hear the warranty is like 15 years or something. And I do sit at my desk for like probably more than 12 hours if I'm streaming, doing my work, and studying. They're very nice. They're generally worth it. Okay. Oh my god. Proper office chair, 100% worth. God. Yeah, I think steel case is another one I was looking at. But, Herman Miller is because I have a friend that works for Shopify and he can get me 30% off on Herman Miller products. But that's still like thousands of dollars, guys. That is true. Having a healthy spine is priceless. You're right. I mean, after tax, well, the specific chair I was looking at, after tax, even with the discount, was still over 2,000 Canadian dollars. And I know it's like, oh, it's a good investment. It's better to spend $2,000 than break your back, right? Yeah, it was in body. I do have the Canadian debuff, but like, I can't justify spending $2,000 on a chair right now. I have looked for used ones, but the used ones I found are always like, I think, what are they called? The Aeron, or like the Mira, I think. But I want one that I can lean back in comfortably, so I want one with a slightly...
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
Shut up.
Cheer
Thanks,
funds.
Thiago. I want one with like a longer back to also support my neck, because I sit on my chair reading textbooks for like hours. I spent 4 hours today reading my textbook. So I want to be able to lean back. And I feel like if there's nothing to lean back on, especially for my neck and my head, it's... Yeah, but if I want like the add-ons and like I get what are they called, like the fully loaded stuff, then I can't get a used one, because a lot of like the used office ones are just like the very basic ones that don't include a headrest, right? So I'm gonna buy a new one. Then I was thinking I might as well just get the $2,000 one anyway, right? The Aeron itself is like already 1,000. Diggs, what the heck? Thank you. Intrusive thoughts working hard every day. I have so many of them, so many intrusive thoughts. So yeah, but it seems like everyone I ask, they're like, yeah, you should get an expensive office chair. You can get some of the add-ons secondhand too? Oh, really? I haven't seen any of those near me, but it might just be because I haven't really looked too hard at it. Maybe if I stalked Facebook Marketplace every day. Okay, but listen, my IKEA chair was like $50, and I've used it since grade 10 of high school, which I'm not gonna tell you how long ago that was. Checking Marketplace constantly. Yeah, I've been kind of doing that too. 30 years? Damn! 30 years ago. I mean, I am a single mother of 2 college students. Well, I don't actually know. My daughter might not be in college. No, my daughter is a working adult. My son might be a college student. I don't know. I haven't fleshed out the lore of that yet. Oh man, now that's another expense to add to my list. I'm gonna start losing hair, guys. Do you also have a younger sibling? I think you are currently the youngest sibling, but that could change. Mama is still fertile, guys. Switch to or chair or going back to China to visit my dying grandpa. I don't know. Hard choices being made here every single day in the Cera Luceria household. To have a baby or not to have a baby when you're in your 40s. I don't know. Don't have a baby when you're in your 40s. I'm gonna go pee. And then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna have a little discussion about our plans, which kind of ties into the funds. Second pee of the stream. Be right back, guys. Mwah.
Super chat. 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 Super chat.
Tap. Am I unmuted now? Tap. What the heck did I mute that? What the fuck did I... That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm probably just muted a different microphone that is not plugged in. Whatever. I'm back! Vaji, Smoky, Thiago, JonJonH, Tix, Chaotix, Zed, Rabbit, Jamie. Thank you guys so much for the pea soups. Alright. Planning time, guys. So, as you guys know, I am unemployed for this summertime, and I have many expenses that need urgent, me to take urgent care of. What am I saying? Sorry, I'm looking at my butt right now. Oh no. Wear pants. Yes. Expenses for this summer. I am unemployed. So, listen, I don't want to do a donathon because one, okay, there's really only one reason, and I have a lot more time now because I finished my finals, so technically I could do a donathon. I've done a lot of prep work for it already, but I don't want to do a donathon because I am a very nervous and anxious person. I have a generalized anxiety disorder that doesn't have anything to do with anything. But yes, I hate taking your money. I hate asking for money. And also, the main reason is because I'm really nervous. I've never really done like a big event involving so much money. So I'm nervous about so many things. Okay? First of all, I think the most important thing is that what if I don't do good? Like, not like, yeah, okay, the money. What if I don't make enough money? Yeah, that part would be kind of stinky. But also, what if like my donathon is not fun? What if my goals are lame and nobody likes it and it's just really bad? What if I'm all like, hey, come to my donathon, and then I reveal my donathon, and then my serotonins are like, this kind of sucks ass. I think I would kill myself. Like, what if it's just so disappointing and you guys are like, we've waited so long for this shit? You know? Doing this Saturday for no reason whatsoever. So that's like a big worry of mine. Another worry is also I've never really done this before. So, well, you know, the serotonins in my Maros would like to disagree with all of you right now.
Super chat.
Jigs, thank you. You've given me such colorful soups today. Thank you. Mwah. Oh, it's 12. I have to be quiet now because my windows are open and I don't want to wake my neighbors up. So I'm not gonna scream or anything. I'm gonna talk really close to the mic now. Sarah's getting one guide in the morals. It's working. It's working. And then second, it's like, I don't know. I've never done this before. So like, what do I put the goals as? Like, I don't want to make an impossible goal, but I also don't want to like undershoot it so that we get all of the milestones in one go, right? Yeah, I don't want no noise complaint because I'm screaming pee pee poo poo all day. It's true, if I don't do it, I will never know. Set the goal. Okay, but then, you see, I also hate asking for money. And then I feel bad if I put the goals higher, or I don't even want to put stretch goals because I feel so bad. I feel like it's gonna put so much pressure on you guys. $1 all the goals. I would rather just give you guys the things for free. It's like, I don't know, I don't want the same people having to feel like they have to donate and like, you know, I don't want people who aren't in the position to donate to feel like they have to. So I'm like, bro. That is true. At least with the goals, I'm giving you guys something. But I don't know. I understand. I understand the logic behind it, and I understand that people have to do it because this is their job. But I feel like I'm in a position where I'm privileged enough to already have such a wonderful and supportive community, and to ask for more on top of all of that, it's not like I'm starving or dying or... So I've been putting it off. I didn't want to do it. But I do also, on the other hand, I want to do something fun for everyone. I want to give you guys treats and silly little things that we wouldn't normally get to do together. And I think a donathon is a very, very, very good way to convince management to let me get some things and to do some things that I've been wanting to do that may require a little more funding, you know? So, I don't know. I'm here to have this discussion with my chat, like responsible adults. Would you guys be okay with a donathon, or would you prefer if I just put on a goal and we have a couple of small treats if we reach it? Yeah, obviously you guys aren't gonna say no. You're gonna say no in my morrows later. And genuinely, if you do have an issue with it, you can tell me. I'm not saying you can never voice a different opinion from the opinion that I'm giving. I'm very okay with feedback and constructive criticism, and I understand not wanting to do it publicly. You can do it in the morrows. But, like, if you're gonna say stupid things like, don't thank raids, then don't say it. I'm getting one guide. I don't even know what that means. I think I know what that means, but I don't really, so I'm gonna Google what it means. Okay, so it is what I thought it meant. Okay. Listen, I'm old. I have 2 kids. I live alone. I don't really know how to use my phone. And what do you expect, huh? You want me to know all of your fancy, schmancy internet lingo? So if we do a donathon, I want to ask you guys, what kind of things would you like to see? And what milestones would you be comfortable with? Because I have genuinely no clue. Do. Shut up. What kind of activities would be exciting? What kind of rewards would you like? What price points do you think would be fair? So, full disclosure, I think fart ASMR. Okay, if you give me $69,000, I will do fart ASMR. Three-hour Father Sarah stream. Oh, cooking ASMR might be hard because I don't have the rig for it. I don't think I can move my PC downstairs. Yeah, maybe if you don't feel comfortable saying it here, or if you need more time to think about it, join the fan Discord, put it on there, and the mods will relay it to me. I think that would be good. Just move the kitchen up 5. You're so right. I don't trust myself with fire, though. Need to post? Yeah, sure, you can post a fan Discord. Like, I don't know if that's against the rules or not, but do it. I don't think it's against the rules, right?
Why don't we just move it? Why don't we just take it and put it over there?
So full disclosure, I need a good sum. So the reason why I'm doing this isn't because I'm starving, but I do need to save up a good sum in case, at least in case something happens in my family, at least I can get my mother over there without having to stress her out over finances. So that is the main reason for this. I don't know how I would price it though, because I don't get all the money that you guys give me, you know? And I don't want to make it a crazy amount. But anything after that, I guess, will just be funds for me. Maybe a Nintendo Switch 2, maybe a $2,000 chair. Maybe we auction off my broken leather chair from grade 10. That's not gonna be allowed. It's not gonna be allowed, so. Yeah, I think the final goal, what we're trying to reach for, is at least being able to fund that one trip. And then whatever after that will be extra. I think that's what I will probably aim for. I hope that's okay. I have to do some calculating. I just looked at plane ticket prices a while ago. Oh, very scary. Search it up right now.
Super chat.
Diggs, stop. Thank you. It's not the donathon yet. Stop. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. Sip, use chair. It's very... Oh my god. Quite pricey. Okay, I'm not gonna look at it right now. It's just gonna stress me out. Just sell us your used chair. We'll pay for a hermit pillar. How am I? Okay, I don't think I'm allowed to ship my chair over to you, but also if it's a crowdfunding project, do I split the chair up and ship it to multiple people? Imagine me DMing my manager, Hey, would it be cool if I auctioned off my used desk chair? I would have to send it to someone, and it probably has my DNA on it, but you know, money! Imagine if I just sent that to management.
Super chat.
You make amazing food too. Oh my gosh, can you cook for me? I can only make rock soup. But thank you, Dix. Hey, the worst message you can receive. Fan leather with a piece of leather for each of us? Oh my god, I'm gonna pick it specifically off of my butt, by the way. So treasure it. They said yes. That would be so funny. I think we actually have pretty strict rules against that. So I'm like 99.99% sure it's not gonna happen. But we could do some cool merch opportunities, I think. We do have Mimy who commissioned a fan docky piece for us. We could also get an official docky piece. We can also explore different merch opportunities. I think that would be cool. If there's something specific that you want to see, you can let me know. I can pitch it to management. Marketable plushie might be good as well. Okay, marketable plushies. Plushies cost a ton of money to produce, and they're not always the most profitable. So if we want plushies, that might have to be a much higher goal. But I think a plushie would be super cute. Like Sarah would be cute, but like, can you imagine Ceratonin plushies? You guys would look so stupid. A Daki, a mouse pad, t-shirts would be nice too. I know you guys only want a plushie because you want to punt me and throw me in a laundry machine. Don't even pretend. With matching jar. Cockman says he wants to cherish a Sarah plushie, okay? Bombastic side-eye. Dwayne The Rock Johnson looking at you from the side meme. Imagine having an army of Sarah plushies. Okay, I'll pitch that. I'll see if we can get that to go through, because a plushie would be really cool. Matching jars sounds like a great idea. You guys are such freaks. Okay, jars are a little bit difficult because they're fragile and they might break during shipping, so... Hungers for new recruits. The Serotonin's Chia Pet? Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna start looking for, I don't know, someone that can make that come true. Maybe a company who'd be interested in Chia Pet VTubers. I don't know. Whoa, Logan, that is an ancient reference. I don't think the young'uns in chat are gonna get it. Keith. Okay, I'll see what I can whip up. And do you guys have a preference for how long you prefer a donathon to be? Do you want it to be like a few days, maybe like a weekend? Do you want it to be a week? Or like, do you want it short, sweet, and simple, a full day, and that's it? 6 months! Okay, for 6 months, you better be giving me $6 billion. Well, I'm definitely not going to, like, push myself, right? I'm not... If I'm gonna do a few days or, like, a week, I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna stream 24 hours every single day. I'll make it so it's doable. So I don't have to work plus mod. Oh, it's definitely gonna be a time when you're working. Well, currently I don't need the money. It's just emergency money that I can set aside because, you know, like, I'm not starving, right? And I pretty much have my finances in order. I can pay off whatever loans I have. I can pay off my tuition, bills, things like that, right? Pretty good about all of that. But this is just for, like, in case an emergency happens and we need this money, it's there for us because I can't just budget like $5,000 out of nowhere, right? So there's no, like, I want to say it's not a rush, but my dad did visit my grandpa and it's not looking great, but we're not going to talk about that right now. But it shouldn't be a rush. And even if it is, like, sudden, I can pull from my tuition funds and just supplement it later on with whatever we make from the subathon. Donathon? Skill issue. Yeah. So... That is true. That's a good idea, Thiago. Does it make it, like, less exciting or, like, less... I don't know. less important if I drag it on for so long. Like I can do like a few, like maybe a weekend of really fun festivities, and we get to where we get to at the end. And then if I still need funds, maybe I can leave it open for like a month just to see how much more we can make. It's normal. It doesn't like take away from the novelty or like the excitement of a big event or something. I don't know. Oh man. Ugh. Right. Have a stream here and there with like exciting stuff to remind people, hey, by the way, I still need some more money. Okay. So I guess from like a viewer point of view, it doesn't take away from the experience at all. Right, and we can also have daily goals, right? My thing with daily goals, when I wanted to implement a daily goal before I implemented $25, I just feel bad. I don't want to have to ask people for money every stream. I'm so bad at this. I should definitely not be doing this. I should not be a streamer and expect to make money from it because I am really bad. Yeah, try to do a $25 daily goal and then felt bad when it immediately got totally blasted out of the park. Yeah, and then never did it again. By the way, yeah, me, by the way, me. Eventually, oh, I've been at this for a couple of years now. Can one of the higher tonocles be begging for money? Cera Luceria familiarizes herself with begging. That is true. Maybe what I'll do, I like the idea of having a longer period just so that if there are more support from different people, that it can trickle in when it becomes available. So maybe I will have like just a main big event for a couple of days, maybe like a weekend, and then after that I will still keep the goals up. So if we hit the goals, you'll still get the goals for maybe like a month after that, but I'll just not talk about it. Scumbag money bag. Oh my god. Sarah, roleplay, ASMR roleplay. Your Oshi is homeless and she's begging for money? Well, like I said, I have funds. It's just that I need to be able to, I can't just pull 5,000 out of my bank and be like, okay, I don't need that back for like 10 years. Right? I can do it. I have money. I don't not have money. I work, right? But it's just that I need that money right now for school, but it's nothing urgent. So even if we need to get a ticket tomorrow, we are able to fund it, but I'm gonna need to be able to make it back. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not starving, which is why I feel really bad. I always see people doing donathons because they genuinely need the money like right now. And I'm like, is this bad? Am I a scumbag? Oh, a punishment wheel might be fun. Yeah, a punishment stream might be cool. It's a valid reason. Thank you. You guys are very sweet. Oh. You're venturing in a dungeon and you need to bribe a carbuncle to guide you through, but the carbuncle refuses your money. Hey, I don't want to hear you guys call yourselves my fans ever again, okay? We are in a relationship. A tasteful one, but a relationship nonetheless. Yes, Daddy Sarah. Yeah, we have a daughter. Gold Ship is literally thriving. She narrowly escaped the glue factory, by the way. Yeah, you're helping out your wife, okay? So take pride in that. Wait, I'm checking to see what a good time would be. I'm thinking maybe I can't do the first. Okay, you know what? What works best for me would be, I guess, the second week of August. I know that's pretty soon, but I don't have work. I don't have school during that time. Oh, it's perfect, actually. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know we're having this talk, but I'm probably gonna back out of it. And wait, actually, guys, never mind. If I ask for money, I'll spontaneously combust and kill myself. We'll see how that goes. But thank you. We're sending the donos. No, I'm gonna ban you guys. I really appreciate being able to have this candid conversation with all of you. Thank you for listening to my insecurities and helping me do my job of planning things. Yay, my chat is doing my job for me. Is this a date, Diggs? Yes. This is in fact a date. Be there or be square unless I flake, which is totally okay because I'm your father, so I get to flake. Thank you, Diggs. Just put a goal and don't even talk about it. That's fucked up. Oh my god. Hey, I'm not a square. Dad went out for 6 again. No, Daddy doesn't smoke. Daddy just drinks a whole ton of milk. 2 out of 2 on Dad's running for milk? Oh my god. What else did I want to say? I know I had a few things I wanted to say, but You guys overwhelmed me with a lot of love and a lot of support, and now I'm blanking out again. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Ow. Double rainbow. What does it mean? I love you guys. Thank you for taking care of me. I'm not good at being serious for real. I'm probably gonna talk about poo or pee soon to ruin the moment. But I do appreciate you guys a lot. And I love you guys. And you know, yeah. Words are really hard, and emotions, you know.
Wow, thank you so much for the treasure.
Thank you, Bacon. Thank you. Well, you guys have that to look forward to. You guys have some other really exciting things to look forward to as well. Oh. Can you hear that? I can't tell if you can hear that. I am slapping my thighs. You can't hear that? That's crazy. Only a little bit. Oh, okay. Put the mic closer. Mic going down. Did you hear that? That's your present. That's a reverb. I guess we can end it here. I'm gonna go do some recording. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun, isn't it? Shark Week. It's 1,000,000,000 degrees, so I have to turn off my fan. But I do need to get this recording done. I thought I heard a guitar for a moment. I might be crazy. Smoky, I believe you may need some help. But tomorrow we will be having an ASMR stream. I haven't decided on what microphone I wanted to use yet. Miori-chan, Miss Miori, she's been quite busy these days. You know, she's got a lot going on, so we haven't had an opportunity to meet up to adjust my mic settings. She's helped me a bit with the filters, but they're still not like perfect for the mic yet. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that. Maybe bust out my 3DO, maybe even my NT5s. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. I know, I love Miori. Last stream was good. Yeah, I think it's gotten a whole lot better. I think we do have to tweak a couple more things with it. It's not at a point where I am 100% satisfied with, but I think it'll be good once I can get a call with Miori, but Miori is very busy, so I completely understand. Yeah, I think the NT5 is nerfed in a sense that it does not have ears. So a lot of triggers are different with the NT5. I think the NT5 sounds great for a lot of certain specific triggers, but it's a lot easier, especially when you're doing a lot of talking. Having the ears, I think, is a lot better. I know, imagine being earless. We do have box and we do have cube. Yeah, so ASMR stream tomorrow, there will be, it's gonna be a trigger-focused ASMR stream because I haven't done a whole ton of that recently. So since it's not gonna have a lot of talking, I might use the NT5s, but we'll see. But it might also be good to test the Seraph a little bit more with different triggers. So we'll see. Other than that, on Wednesday, no, huh? Yeah, Wednesday. On Wednesday, I have in the afternoon a split fiction collab with Miss Rhubarb. She is debuting her outfit 2.0 later on this week as well, so definitely go check her out. And then in the evening, I will have a short and sweet. I say this, but we know I'm gonna be streaming Uma Musume, so it's not going to be short and sweet, but I'll try my best to keep it short and sweet. We're gonna have 2 streams that day. At nighttime, I'm gonna be pulling. I think it's gonna be out by the time I have my stream. If it's not out, then we'll just have voting stream. Yeah, I think Kisa-san Black does come out on Wednesday, but I'm not sure what time on Wednesday. So we'll see. If we can time it right, we'll have Gamba. If we can't time it right, we'll just have polls the whole time. And then on Thursday, I'm going to the doctor's. I had a doctor appointment last week. I'm having another one this week. It's nothing to worry about. I just have a couple of conditions I need regular checkups on, but I'm managing them fine. They're okay for now. So yeah, just a regular checkup. But I anticipate that's gonna take the whole day, so I did not put a stream because doctor's offices and having to wait for 8 hours. I don't know. Yeah. What? Oh no! What's Ligma? So I imagine I'm gonna be really tired once I get back from that. So there's no stream on that day. And then on Friday, I have an ASMR video that I will be posting. It's a little bit different from typical ASMR videos, but I think it's really well done. I think it's great. I'll be there for the premiere. And then I have school Friday, Saturday. I will be taking Sunday off to do a little Hongshu Mimimimir. As honestly, I thought my Shark Week was going to attack on Sunday for some reason. I was wrong. It's what got Steve Jobs. No, Steve Jobs is dead. Rest in peace, Steve. I hope you like what they've been doing with your product. Who the hell is Steve Jobs? And then I'll be back next week, and next week will be really fun. I think we may have a collab next week. Yeah, I'm excited. We'll definitely be doing our Jump King stream next week. Unless it's 1,000,000 degrees, then we'll see. But I think next week should be a little bit better than this week. But yeah, I'm excited to get to spend more time with all of you. Let's see. Is there anything else I have to say? Anything else? Do you guys have any questions? Taking questions right now. Who wrote the Book of Love? I don't read. I don't even know what a book is. I know we've been yapping for so long. I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna do a short stream so I can record afterwards. And then I end up yapping for like 1,000,000,000 hours. This is what happens when you unlock your real voice and you can talk. Why are you so cute? Because God has nerfed everything else about me, and the only redeeming quality I have is my cuteness. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Go to sleep, guys. I'm looking for someone to raid. Go to sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I won't be yapping tomorrow. Because I'll be trigger focused, but I'll still be here. Let's raid. Oh, I'm gonna butcher her name. I have no idea how to say her name. Kyutsu? Kwizu? What? The cute, little lady from V-Alert Gen 2. Kazu? Yeah, we're, yeah, one of the new Valor girls. She's super cute. She's playing Detroit Become Human. I love Detroit Become Human, okay? Kwetsu. Ah, cute name. Tell her I said hi. I think this is her first Detroit stream. I don't know. I could be wrong. But tell her I said hi. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you guys learned a whole ton today about VTubing and content creating. If any of you do become a streamer or a content creator of any kind and you feel comfortable, please let me know. I want to support you. You have to put me in your description, though. I got advice from Cera Luceria. Okay, I'm gonna give out kisses before we go, guys. Raid message too soon. I have to give out kisses first. Excuse me. I think this is the full list here. So, Thiago, Smoky, Hotchick, Delta, Sora, Harper, Mimy, Tony, Firemaker, Exceed, Burning, Chaotix. Keeping you guys hostage for another hour while I hand out these kisses as slowly as possible. Chaotix. mdem. JonJonH. Halhorn. Alec. More of. Mike. Fox. Taco taco. Johnny. I'm Ka. Smiley. Conjuval. Oh my god, look, everybody's coming out of the woodworks. Hey guys. Noble. Nahuel. Desperate. Zing. John. Nuclear. Grandma. Kitsune. WBD. Ice cream. Chicken. Joey. Martin. Pue. HHH. Awa. Photo weirdo. Spicy wings. Sussy baka. Everybody. Thank you so much for coming today. Sorry for yapping and taking up 4 hours of your time. Okay, we are gonna raid Ketzu. Say hello to her for me, okay? Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Get some rest, guys. Or day, wherever you are. And I will see you tomorrow. Oh boy, 4 whole hours of yaps. You guys are spoiled silly. I'm gonna miss you. I don't even want to end stream because I'm gonna miss you so much. But I'm gonna do it. Because I'm a big carbuncle. And I feel bad keeping everyone hostage. No, I don't. Bye. See you later.